level on my phone and it just plain Now I've got it plugged into a 14 amp power source. So it's charging up faster than it's using. But that also runs the risk of overheating it. So we'll see how it lasts. I haven't seen M in here today. Not once. I wonder what's going on there. Every time. What's this sign say? I want to get some spray paint out and put of the with a little upward chevron in between those two words. Put an upward chevron in between those two words and put of the in the middle of that. So instead of being King Hill, it says King of the Hill. I laugh every time I come through here because of that. Because I always imagine myself coming out with a little spray paint can and putting of the in there. I've never done it, never gonna do it, but still, the idea and the picture that I get in my head is just hilarious. Because I can see Bobby. He's standing up here on the overpass, waving a flag, right? Bobby and Boomhauer. Kickstart my heart. Silly for you. I was making a King of the Hill reference. You heard that one on the way home this morning. Oh my God. You know, from the way I was ranting last night on the live stream, you would think I was probably going to have one last night, right? No, I try to maintain a healthy enough diet that I'm trying to regulate my salt intake in order to keep my blood pressure normal. If I don't regulate my salt intake, my blood pressure goes sky high. Motley Crue was always Motley Crue's always been at one of the top of my playlist too. Always. I loved them when I was growing up. Motley Crue, Poison, Rat. I liked Queen a lot, but you know, reason, my Pandora decided to overdose me on Queen for a couple of years. Every other song, no matter who I was listening to, ended up being a Queen song. You know, and there was Judas Priest, Metallica, Megadeth, Slayer, Dokken, Dio. Yep, ZZ Top. Loved them all. If it was heavy, I loved it. Outside, according to my dashboard. Yeah, Lynch Mob, Lita Ford, definitely. Especially when she teamed up with Ozzy for Close Your Eyes for Me. Yep. The Black Crowes, yep. There was Alice in Chains, there was Prong, there was what was that, Three Dogs? No. You know, Nirvana, Black. They're one of my favorite bands that was local and really never made it out of the Northwest, even though they should have, was a band called Black Happy. Black Happy. Look them up. You can find them all over now on Spotify and Pandora and stuff like that. Even on YouTube, you can find Black Happy. They had several songs that I absolutely loved when I was younger. One of which I listened to heavily the first time I was deployed over to the Middle East. Always had it loaded up in my CD player out there. The title was Home, H-O-M-E, Home. That one, and then the one where, you know, Mama, I'm Coming Home by Ozzy Osbourne. Those two. But Black Happy was an awesome band when I was a kid. When I was in my teens. They, as far as I know, I don't know really the history too much into music and heavy metal and rock and roll, but as far as I know personally, in my experience, they were the first rock and roll heavy metal type band that had a full horn section with them. It was awesome. I went into many of a small mosh pit back in the day while they were on stage. military UAV drones flying around out here. You know, that Predator drone? I've seen them flying out here, and I've also seen them just out over the hillside here. They look like they're coming into land, and then they take off again. So I know there's an airstrip over here somewhere. I just have never gone off of the interstate to go investigate. Horns and Metal, count you in? Okay, Black Happy. Look them up. You won't be disappointed. They really should have been bigger. They were a thing. They were literally extremely popular up here in the Northwest before Nirvana was ever heard of. They should have gotten really, really big, but they didn't. Because after them, what was it? The Blues Travelers, right? The Blues Travelers came out way after they did. And the Blues Travelers went full-wide, worldwide famous and mainstream, and Black Happy never did. I couldn't understand why that happened that way. Something interesting for you if you really want to know how long this worldwide agenda has been in the works and how long they've been pushing for it. Take a look at our music. Take a look at music videos, just the music in general even. You take a look at Ministry. The band Ministry put out a song called NWO back when Bush Sr. was president. Okay? Take a look at that. Take a look at songs even before that. You take a look at Black Sabbath. Some of their first original songs dealt deeply into this agenda that we are still fighting against today. That they're still trying to shove down our throats right now. Our music us our entire lives what they are trying to do. Our musicians have been the ones originally calling it out. And now the live streamers are the ones calling it out. Because you've got the musicians today that are no longer part of the mainstream. You've got Tom McDonald, you've got Struggles Jennings, you've got, I mean, granted, these are all kind of rapish guys, but they were the first. You got High Res and Jimmy, then you've got Adam Calhoun. You know, you've got a whole bunch. Yes, they're all kind of in the rap genre, but they were the first ones to start stepping up about what's going on right this minute. And it won't be long before a lot of others, you know, it won't be long before a lot of other musicians in other genres of music start coming out. Oh God, yeah, we all, dude, I still have a wanted Dead or Alive poster with Tipper Gore on it and Dee Snider in the back of the head. I still have that poster. Awesome. And I loved the way he got up and he told Congress and Senate. I love the way he got up and he told them how things work. He broke it down piece by piece, and he put them in her place. You know, he literally put Tipper Gore in her place. And all of this Green New Deal, the Green New Deal and the global warming stuff, that all sprang out of Tipper Gore and her husband. Oh, and let's not forget, somehow Al Gore invented the internet, right? was talking about. That's what I was talking about, Jen. He was in there. He was right in front of all of them. He was decked out like he was about to be on stage singing. And he just laid it all out there. And he literally put them all, including Tipper Gore, in their place. He was no holds barred that day, and it was beautiful to watch. You can still see video of it. You can still find video of it on YouTube. And it's definitely worth a rewatch and a rewatch and a rewatch, and many times as you want to, because it was good. We need today the men that are willing to stand up in front of them and put them in their place. And tell the politicians, it's time for you all to resign before we resign you. I mean, you know, really, it's long past time for the people of this country to stand up and say that. Petra? P-E-T-R-A. Petra. I used to love them. I don't know whatever happened to them. They think they're better than us. They think they are holier than thou. And that is the biggest problem. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. And that's another reason why there should never be a politician sitting in any one particular seat for longer than 2 terms. Because absolute power corrupts absolutely. I mean, can you picture Pelosi sitting up there on her little homemade throne screaming, "I have the power!" And then somebody in the background yelling, "Shira!" Head East, Iron Butterfly, so many bands, so many. Looks like we might have a cop in the middle. Let's see. Do I need to get my fork out, or is he a fake bacon? Is he bacon strips? You know, dogs don't know it's not bacon. Looks like, I can't tell yet. Maybe he's fake bacon. Yep, that's fake bacon. I can put my fork away. I'm not interested. What happens if you fart in that car? It like, does it like blow up like a little round balloon? Hello, Dad. Hello, Mom. Cherry Bomb. We all know that, Jen. That's why I'm kind of making fun of them today. Political satire. That's where I want to go today. Political satire. And music. Music. We all love music. You know, it's like, welcome to the Biden. We got fun and games. We got everything you want. Honey, we know the names. Oh. Song going through my head right now. Anybody remember 18 in Life by Skid Row? Yo. Just like back in the day, the Red Hot Chili Peppers tried to tell the world what was about to happen and what was actually happening at the time with Californication. Californication, turning every other state and every other law in this country towards exactly what California is, pushing the California agenda on the rest of the country. Californication. Even the Red Hot Chili Peppers tried to tell the people what was going on. Yes, it was Welcome to the Jungle, but you didn't hear what I said, did you, Jen? I said, welcome to the Bidening. Up my thumb on my left hand. I miss being able to just pick up a guitar after listening to a song and play it back like that, just after having heard it. I used to be able to do that, you know. And like the first time, I don't want to change the world. I don't want to change the world, and I don't want the world to change me. Ozzy Osbourne. The first time I heard that on the radio, I got done listening to the song, turned the radio off, picked up my guitar, turned my amp on, and just played it back note for note, just by ear. And she was just insanely shocked because she always told me that I would never really ever be able to play guitar very good because I was tone deaf. Well, I don't know about tone deaf. You know, it's one of those things. She always had something telling me I could never do something because of some other reason. She always was like that. She still is. That's why her and I don't really get along. More pigs, yes. See, the problem is nobody puts the information out there for the people in California. So if they've got something that they want to vote on in California, you know, if their politicians are just going to vote themselves on this thing, they have a duty to notify the people of California, right? So what they do is they go to some small dirt little town that has their own little newspaper, and they put this little ad in there telling you what it is that's going to be voted on. And that little newspaper might get distributed to like 200 people. And the ad might be so small that people just don't even look at it. Well, they notified the people because they put it in the newspaper. That's all they have to do to meet the requirement. That's how they get away with not letting anybody know what it is they're voting on. .007's in here. Hello. How you doing today? What's up, Donnie? Threw the towel in on California when I was a teenager. I watched so much crap they did, especially when it came to the California LA riots and what happened to Reginald Denny and all of that stuff. You know, and with O.J. Simpson. Now, you know what? The crazy laws they passed and everything they started pushing on the rest of the country, I gave up on them a long time ago. California is one of the states I almost comes to freight. I will almost always refuse to go there. Oh, you made a couple of videos, huh? Alright, hang on. I don't think I've subscribed to you. Let me click and hold. Nope. Darn it. Posted. I can go back and watch it with when the comments to your channel so I can see the videos if you don't mind. Matter of fact, Donnie, here, do you mind if I give you the ability to be a mod in here so you can drop a link to your YouTube for everybody? Go to California too. Got a crop duster up in the air today. It's always good, always nice when you see them up and out. Crop dusters, they're really, really good pilots, considering if you've ever sat and watched one of them actually crop dust a field, they got got a lot of skills. Matter of fact, I had a friend when I was in high school that was a crop duster out in my local area. And there was one day, it was foggy out, and he was still crop dusting this field. And he gets back into town, lands the plane at the airport to park it for the night. And he gets out, and he's got a stop sign stuck right in his left wing. He flew it all the way back with a stop sign stuck in his left wing. Run some spyware, malware finders and squashers, you know, the antivirus stuff. Yeah, you're going to have to do a complete purge if somebody else is changing your words for you before they finish posting. Oh wait, should I have put a tin hat on for that one? I don't know. Correct. I personally do idea of what you're saying. Don't let the AI decide for you. All this AI and all this advancement on the AI over the years, you know, how close are we to Skynet? Some people believe Skynet already exists. It's just waiting for the upgraded AI. What do you think? Definitely having an allergy issue coming on. My ears are starting to plug up randomly on their own. Grass pollen must be really, really high today. And I really can't sit behind a load of hay for too long, otherwise I won't be able to breathe. So as soon as I have a chance to get out and around, I will. That's what I was trying to do the first time. Oh look, it's a little white Honda Pilot. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Not good. I don't want to pick up whatever the hell he had in his tires. That was exciting, wasn't it? Welcome to trucking. Change your pants. You know, I'm the one driving and I'm all right. What's wrong with you? Come on, silly. Oh my. Yep. I knew there was a reason I wanted to get around that guy hauling the hay, but I couldn't figure it out besides the fact that I know if I sit behind him too long, my allergies will start kicking in because of the dusts that come off of the hay. You know? Oh look, there goes a nurse. She's even got the little stethoscope thing on her license plate. Or a doctor, nurse or doctor, who knows. Either one, somebody in the medical field. Miles to Pocatello, but I'm not going to Pocanintahillo. somebody blows a tire right in front of you and no other traffic is driven through between you and them, there's a high risk that something punctured their tire, which caused it to blow. And at that point, that something could also be in the middle of all that debris. So you could likely pick it up into your own tires and end up having your tires blow out. So yeah, no, avoid it as much as possible. And give the guy plenty of space, because you do not know what caused it to blow. You know, it could have been a complete part of his truck that just fell out from underneath and hit that tire and made it explode. You know, so he could be falling apart, or he could have hit something like anything. You don't know, and it could get you into an accident. Too bad. There's got to be a way to block that. You know, why don't whoever your cell carrier is, go into one of their stores and say, look, this is what's happening. I need to know how to block this. Because that technically doing the things that they're doing and making it so completely unblockable is illegal. At least that's my understanding. I may be wrong, don't quote me. But yeah, go into your local cell carrier and show them this is what's going on. How do I block this? How do I stop it? If they don't think that we don't know, they're dumb as hell. Excuse my language, but that's the truth. Out ahead, they're beautiful. They are beautiful. Scare you, Jen? How did I scare you? Unless you're a little farther back in the video than right up to date, and you didn't see what happened until just now. Just saw that tire blow up in front of me, yeah? So on a scale of 1 to 10 in avoiding the majority of it and keeping myself safe, you know, and keeping everybody that was behind me safe, how do you think I did? right, this little this is known as the Garden of Eden. This is a little area, Eden, Idaho. And actually in the middle of the truck stop on the inside, they have a little made-up Garden of Eden. They got the tree of life, they've got a snake hanging down from it, and apples. You know, it's a whole deal for them. The restaurant in here is awesome. If you ever get a chance to be up here in Idaho and you get to come by the Garden of Eden here, definitely stop and go into the restaurant. It's good food. It looks like they're going to be building a hotel right there, or they're building a whole new building. Yeah, that's what they're doing. They're building a whole new building. They're going to get rid of the old one. Yeah, I'm in Idaho. I've been in Idaho almost all morning. Who is that? I can't really read the name here because it's too dark on the screen. CJ. Yeah, I'm in Idaho. Yep, I already went through Boise a few hours ago. And here within the next couple of hours, I will be in Utah. You didn't even know I was live. That breaks my heart. You better go and turn the bell on. If the bell is on, turn it off and then turn it back on again so you get the notifications. Because I've been on several times today already, mainly because something keeps going wrong on YouTube's side and they kill the stream. If it's on right now, turn it off and then turn it back on. That sometimes will trigger the algorithm to see it better. But where are you? Your town area. If I've already passed it, I'm sorry, but if I haven't passed it yet, I can still blow my air horns for you when I drive by. Folks, good thing he don't want me. Oh, two of them. I only noticed the first one. Good thing I'm minding my P's and Q's, eh? Sorry, I'm not Canadian, but I like to throw an A in there once in a while. You're out on the west side of Boise. Because, correct me if I'm wrong, Eagle is out on the west side of Boise, isn't it? west side. I wasn't sure if you were on the northern or the southern, because there's two different towns. When you go through, I think, Meridian area, you see the signs for Eagle and then another town, and it tells you which highway it is, but it doesn't tell you which one's which direction. Rural is better. Rural is always better. People in these cities are lost their damn minds. Signal turn on and they get up next to you and won't let you over until you've now had to slow down and you get to the bottom of a hill, and now you can barely keep up with the guy that you were about to pass, and everybody else behind you now is getting real mad. And guess what? I ain't giving it up till I get past it, because there's no reason I should be doing 60 miles an hour in a 70 mile an hour zone. Happy to be driving a truck that can't get above 62 miles an hour because the company won't let it. And we're in a state where the speed limit for cars is 80 miles an hour. What kind of damage do you think is going to happen to that car if they tango, if they're doing 80 miles an hour, or even, like, 85, because everybody sometimes likes to do 5 or 10 or 15 or 20 over, right? So if they're doing 80 and they tangle with a semi-truck that's doing 62, what kind of damage do you think is going to happen to that car or the people in it? I am sorry to tell you this, but any kind of split speed whatsoever, if you've got cars doing 80 and semi-trucks doing 70, it's still a major issue. There should be no split speed differential, and every truck out there should be able to do whatever the posted speed limits are instead of being governed. A governed truck is a seriously dangerous hazard on the road for everybody else in the public. And it's been proven over and over and over again, because for every 1 mile an hour difference between a car and a semi-truck, if they get into an accident together, for every 1 mile an hour difference, you are multiplying the possibility of death or dismemberment by 150% for every 1 mile an hour difference in speed between the two vehicles. There's some knowledge for you. person there. It looked like I did, but you know, once you click on somebody or think you click on somebody, because you know the chat stream keeps moving, the options that pop up for you to choose somebody to be a moderator or to hide them or to put them in timeout, you know, that screen comes up and takes over everything, so you really have no way of knowing who it is you hit